I just said that the orthopedist wrote me sick. In Isabel's kitchen in Ottenson, it smelled of rosemary and 9 pieces of furniture, and my hands were still holding the casserole when she laughed. It was this glass laughter that has walls. Sick and unemployed. Rita at 64. Well, that's going to be something. Marcus sorted out silent cutlery. Emma and Jacob were staring at their screens, and I could feel the heat creeping up my neck. The doctor says I need surgery on my lower back, I said. The school could not catch the time out. Isabel nodded mockingly towards the window where the neighbors were smoking. Then you'll probably end up in some home on the outskirts of the city. Sad. 30 years of soil in the gymnasium Altoona, scrubbing away the salt edges at 6 o'clock in winter, blowing chalk dust from the radiators in summer. I turned off the casserole, took my phone out of my pocket, and opened the app. The numbers of which I had known for 4 decades, like others, their favorite psalms. You don't have to worry about me, I said calmly. Isabel tilted her head. Oh yes, are you planning to conquer Paris with the basic security? I turned the display to her. 3.2 million euros, Isabel Nettauer. The laughter went out like a candle in the passage. Marcus dropped a fork on a parcel. Mom, what? Emma blinked. Jacob pushed his phone away. Impossible, Isabel whispered. You live in this small apartment, drive this old Golf, and have invested every free euro in broad funds and solid stocks since 1985, I said. Reinvested dividends, remained patient, lived modestly. Marcus opened his mouth, closed it again. Isabel suddenly smiled. Be yourself. This is wonderful news indeed. We just misunderstood you. Over dinner, she talked about portfolio strategies like I was a talk show. Marcus looked guiltily, the children curious. I ate, was silent, and felt something jump around inside me. Not a bang, more like a click, as if a door was finally opening in the right direction. At parting at the dressing room, for the first time, there was fear in Isabel's gaze, afraid of a bridge that she had lit all too often. 2 days later, Marcus rang at 7. Can we talk? Coffee this afternoon. I went there in my comfortable shoes without any disguise. Isabel served her legendary scone, did not utter an apology, just asking for numbers. I put a narrow folder on the table, a first standing order for 50 marks in 1985, a handwritten list of my purchases, dividends, splits. I bought freedom, I said, not status. They did not understand. For them, money was volume. For me, it was silence. When I left, Emma called in the evening. Grandma, why didn't you ever say anything? Because money makes people louder. I liked you when you were still listening, she laughed softly. I'm listening. We talked about ETFs and about courage. After that, without telling anyone, I booked a 2-month Mediterranean trip from Barcelona. Outside cabin, more space. The click on confirm felt like fresh air. The next few days became politely intrusive. Marcus suddenly called daily. Isabel sent links to pension articles, brought flowers without being asked. When she invited me to Emma's graduation party, I opened an old photo album. Christmas parties, birthdays, school performances without me. Did we forget to ask? She had said for years. No, I said now. Did you remember who you wanted to show? Right pointing finger. If you like this story, subscribe to our channel now so you don't miss any. In the evening, Marcus called again. Mom, you're tough. 8 years of soft did not help. What do you want me to do? At the next condescending phrase you say, stop. At the next appointment you say, my mother is one of them, not because I have money, because I am your mother. At the celebration in a light-flooded old building in Einsbittel, it smelled of catering and expensive perfume. Isabel introduced me to her parents as working in the field of education. I smiled. 30 years of cleaning at the gymnasium, honest work, silence. Then Emma, beaming, a circle of young people around her. This is my grandma Rita. She can count patience. We talked about compound interest, about cities on the waterfront, about the feeling of saying one's own name out loud for the first time. Later, Isabel pulled me into the dining room. Do you have to tell this so openly? The parents here should know that this would not hang on the label. She pressed her lips together. It's about my reputation. It's never been about me before. Agree. I went to Marcus, who just introduced me as a long-time student at school. As a cleaner, I supplemented kindly and pretty good at it. Some nodded, others looked away. Marcus turned red. I just wanted to make it easier. For whom? Emma came in and took my hand. Will you send me pictures from the road? Every port do you come back as you? I was looking at her when I just said, louder, at the farewell. In front of the house, Marcus said, Mom, I messed it up. You can do better. From now on, we can be part of your life. Yes, if you are my life, not my account. 3 weeks later, I was on deck. Barcelona slid behind glass. My phone vibrated. Have the best time, Emma wrote of Marcus. I love you. I put the phone away and listened to my breath. I was sitting at the table with a teacher from Cologne, a widow from Perth, a nurse from Zurich. We did not exchange titles, but stories. No one asked how much. They asked, who? In the semi-darkness of the cabin, I thought about all the years I had made myself smaller so that others would seem bigger. On the evenings when the silence in my kitchen in Bahrenfeld was louder than any party, and on how I had saved up my freedom piece by piece with old cars, my own toolbox, library card, and a stubbornness that they always wanted to talk me out of. In Naples, I bought a pair of red shoes. In Athens, I learned to say thank you in a new language. In Mars, I always wrote a postcard. Courage always pays off, sometimes in euros, sometimes in the heartbeat. When I came back, a letter from Marcus was waiting. No exaggerations, no requests, just Sunday simple pasta. The three of us, without a show. I went there. Emma set the table. Mark put down water, not wine. Let's start over, he said, without labels. I nodded, but with rules. Respect is not a guest that you forget. The S-Bahn passed outside. Inside it smelled of tomatoes and thyme. I told about ports and storms. They listened. Maybe the old patterns would try to knock again. But my door was different now. She opened up inside and I decided who I let in. Money had bought me the choice. I chose myself, and anyone who wanted to sit at my table with me should do it on my terms. White fat tick, did you like the story? Then subscribe to our channel and activate the bell so as not to miss anything.